Today I am going to discuss about the schematic arrangement of the nuclear power plant or the working of nuclear power plant with block diagram. Actually, the nuclear power generation is much similar to that of thermal power plant or the steam power plant. The difference is that the boiler of the steam power plant is replaced by nuclear reactor and then heat exchanger. This the boiler of the thermal power plant or steam power plant is replaced for the nuclear reactor and then heat exchanger, and the remaining all the working principle is similar to the thermal power plant. Thermal power plant. Here, the major component of the nuclear power plant is one is for the nuclear reactor, the second one is the heat exchanger, third one the steam turbine, and the fourth one is alternator. The another name of alternator is AC generator, and the fifth one is condenser, and fifth one is condenser. In thermal power plant, the input, the fuel we are using for coal, that coal can be pulverized into or the crushed into small pieces and powder with the help of pulverization mill. That send it to the boiler furnace with the help of the belt conveyor. Once in the boiler furnace, the coal is burning. In the boiler, the water converted in the form of steam. That steam drives the steam turbine with high pressure and then temperature. With high pressure and then temperature. Here, instead of the boiler, in nuclear power plant, they are used for nuclear reactor. Another one is for the heat exchanger. This is the major difference of the thermal power plant and the nuclear power plant. The remaining all the working principle is similar to that of thermal power plant. Here, the essential component, that is nothing but the major component is the 5 parameter. One is for the nuclear reactor. The second one is heat exchanger. Third one is steam turbine. Steam turbine. Fourth one, alternator. The another name of alternator is AC generator. And the fifth one is the condenser. And the fifth one is condenser. Nuclear reactor, this is the heavy element. Generally, the material they are used in the nuclear power plant is uranium, thorium, and then plutonium. Here, the material they use is uranium, that is U-235 or 238, 234, and the thorium TH-232, and the plutonium Pu-239. Actually, the nuclear reactor is a cylindrical stout pressure. The shape is nothing but the cylindrical shape. Here, the nuclear, the fission process is appeared. Whenever the fission is appeared, the energy released in the process that is sent it to the heat exchanger. That send it to the heat exchanger. Here, the steam, high pressure and then temperature that drives the steam turbine. Actually, the nuclear reactor. Here, the fuel they are using in nuclear power plant in the nuclear reactor, the fuel is uranium, thorium, another one is for the plutonium. But maximum they will be preferred for the uranium-235. The fuel, the maximum they are preferred in the nuclear power plant is uranium-235. Once here the fuel is burning means that is the hot metal. It send it to the heat exchanger. The hot metal is sent it to the heat exchanger. In this, the heat exchanger, the steam is produced. The steam is produced. That steam drives the steam turbine. That steam drives the steam turbine with high pressure and then temperature. With high pressure and then temperature. Now, whenever the steam, here in this the heat exchanger, the steam is rising with high pressure and then temperature. That steam drives the steam turbine. The steam turbine converts steam energy into mechanical energy or heat energy into mechanical energy. Steam energy into mechanical energy or heat energy into mechanical energy. Further, here this is nothing but the heat energy converted in the form of mechanical energy. Further, this mechanical energy converted into electrical energy with the help of alternator. Further, that mechanical energy converted into electric energy with the help of alternator. Here, the alternator, the another name is nothing but the AC generator. Actually, in that the alternator, the generated the voltage that is 3.3 kV, 6.6 kV, 11 kV. But in US and Japan, they are generated 33 kV also. But in India, The maximum generated the operating voltage is 11 kV. That is the alternator, that is nothing but the AC generator. That mechanical energy converted to electric energy, the operating voltage in terms of 3.3 kV, 6.6 kV, and then 11 kV. And the alternator and the turbine attached on the same shaft with the help of the coupling. Now, once they are generated the power in the thermal power plant, immediately they need to send to the consumer via transmission and distribution. Again, this 3.3 or 6.6, 11 kV, directly we can send it to the consumer line. That is far away from the consumer, 500 to 1000 kilometers or 1500, 2000 kilometers. The line losses is that is nothing but the I square R loss in the transmission line loss as well as for the distribution line loss. To minimize that one, we are boost up the voltage with the help of step-up transformer. The step-up transformer we are using only in the generating station. Remaining all the places we are using for step-down transformer. We are boosting the voltage based upon the line length, based upon the distance. The 3.3 or 6.6, 11 kV to either 66 kV or 132 kV, 220, 400 or 765 kV. In India, the maximum the AC operating the transmission line is the 765 kV. This connected to the bus bar through isolator switches, circuit breakers, etc. And here the exciter is used. This is nothing but the DC generator. The DC supply is given to the field system of the alternator or DC supply given to the rotor at the time of starting. Once the alternator is started, after that you can remove for the exciter, there is no problem. And one more thing, in the power plant itself, we can generate at the DC supply. That is the exciter, the capacity is that is 0.5 to 3% of the alternator capacity. The exciter, the capacity is 0.5 to 3% of the alternator capacity. And here in the turbine, we are using is nothing but there are two types of turbine. One is nothing but the impulse turbine, another is for the reaction turbine. In nuclear power plant, we are using for the impulse turbine. That is from one blade to another blade, the gap is available. Here the steam is wasted. That is the maximum amount of the losses in the turbine. That steam collected in the condenser, that vapor converted in the form of water, that is circulated to the cooling water, again send it to the heat exchanger, the help of the fed water pump. Here the hot metal, that is in the nuclear reactor, the steam is flowing inside the pipeline, surrounding the water. Here the steam is produced. That again here the two layer is there. One is nothing but the water chamber, another one is nothing but the steam chamber. But in the thermal power plant, again we need to reheat in the intermediate stages due to the flue gases. Some amount of the moisture particle in the steam. But in the nuclear power plant, the separate chamber is there. That is nothing but the dry steam. Directly that steam drives the turbine with the help of valve control. Based upon the demand, we can adjust the valve. And the major advantage in the nuclear power plant is within a fraction of a second, we can generate the power. Just we are applying the fuel, either uranium or thorium or plutonium, within fraction of a second, the power is generated. Within fraction of a second, the power is generated. That is, the melting is more. But in the thermal power plant, we need to bring the temperature 250 degree or 220 degree centigrade. It takes minimum 4 to 6 hours or 6 to 8 hours period. But in the nuclear power plant, we are using the chemical energy source, that is nothing but the uranium. Once we are applying the fuel, in a fraction of a second, it is burning and produces for the steam. And one more advantage in the nuclear power plant, it is applicable for both base load as well as for the peak load power generation. It is applicable for both base load as well as for the peak load power generation. For example, actually the plant capacity is 500 megawatt. The plant capacity is 500 megawatt, but the actual we are generating for 480 megawatts. Actually we are generating for 480 megawatt, but at the time of construction, up to 1 or 2 or 3 years, you can generate up to 520, 540 also, 520 or 540 megawatts. But in the particular power plant, actual the demand is the maximum 440 megawatt or less than 450 megawatt, less than 450 megawatt. Again, there are two types of load. One is nothing but the base load. Another one is for the peak load. The base load in the sense, in a day, the demand is only for 24 hours. The base load means the demand is only for the base load means in a day 24 hours the demand is there. In a year 365 days the demand is maintained for constant. Peak load means within short interval of time, that is either half an hour or 1 hour, the load is increasing suddenly. After that coming from the actual position. Actually here the plant capacity is the 500 megawatt. But here in the particular plant, the maximum demand, that is nothing but the peak demand is 480 megawatt. But the base load is up to 350 or 300 megawatt in the particular plant. But here we want to consider only for the peak load. Now here in this fuel, the uranium we are using the fuel in the nuclear power plant. Within fraction of second, the power is generated. Now, actually the base load, for example, you can take at the particular time, the demand is 220 megawatt. Suddenly, the load is increased to 430 megawatt. How much is the difference? 210 megawatt. Here 220 is there. 210 megawatt is different. Just we are adding a little bit of fuel. Within a short interval of time, the demand is satisfied for the nuclear power plant. But this, it is not applicable in the thermal power plant. At a nuclear power plant, the temperature is maintained from the same, similar to the thermal power plant. The working principle is similar to the thermal power plant. That is, the temperature is maintained from 250 degrees centigrade to 500 degrees centigrade. And one more advantage in the nuclear power plant, the fuel requirement is less. Just we are using little bit of the gram, we are generating the huge quantity of the power. But in the thermal power plant, lot of fuel is required. And one more thing, here the water requirement is also less comparing to the thermal power plant. This is a working principle of the nuclear power plant. The nuclear power plant, the major component is nuclear reactor, heat exchanger, steam turbine, alternator. Another one is for the condenser. The nuclear reactor, the fuel is utilized for the uranium that the utilized in this fission process is taken place. Due to the fission and fusion, the steam it will be sent to the heat exchanger. In the heat exchanger, the steam is produced with high pressure and then temperature. That steam drives the steam turbine, which converts the steam energy into mechanical energy, or heat energy into mechanical energy. That mechanical energy converted into electric energy with the help of alternator, and the alternator and steam turbine attached on same shaft of the turbine. Generated power, we can send it to the consumer with the help of step-up transformer, isolator switches, circuit breakers, and then bus bar. And the exciter is connected to the same shaft of the alternator. At the time of starting, DC supply given to the rotor or the field system. The wastage of the steam in the condenser collected in the condenser. The wastage steam in the turbine collected in the condenser, again that circulated to the cooling tower. Again, that water is sent to the heat exchanger through fed water. Here the water is carried from river or canal or storage water tank. And one more, the main parameter is the nuclear power plant can be constructed away from the populated area and somewhat nearer to the load center. Due to the radioactive substances, the human beings are polluted. The human beings are affected. It releases for the alpha rays, beta rays, and then gamma rays. It releases for the radioactive substances. There are three rays. One is nothing but the alpha rays, beta rays, another one is for the gamma rays. Due to the alpha rays, this is nothing but the internal hazard. The problem is very, very less. It should be injected inside the power plant. But the beta and the gamma rays, it will be releases into the open atmosphere. Due to that, the human beings, all the living organisms are affected. These are the major problem. That's why the nuclear power plant can be constructed away from the populated area and somewhat away from the load center, And due to the gamma rays, the effect is maximum. That is, the persons are affected. Leukemia, that is one type of cancer, lung and skeletal and various the cancers, it should be affected due to the gamma rays. And due to the beta radiation, the skin effect and skin diseases are appear. The skin effect and skin diseases are appear. This is nothing but the schematic arrangement of the nuclear power plant, or the construction and then working principle of the nuclear power plants. Here the 5 components are there. One is nothing but the nuclear reactor. Second one is nothing but heat exchanger. Third one, the steam turbine. Fourth one, alternator. And the fifth one is condenser. It is similar to the thermal power plant. The nuclear power plant is similar to the thermal power plant. Instead of boiler, in the thermal power plant, replaced as nuclear reactor and then heat exchanger. Nuclear power plant is similar to the thermal power plant. Instead of boiler in the thermal power plant, replaced as nuclear reactor and heat exchanger in the nuclear power plant. Remaining all the working principle is same. In the nuclear reactor, that is the heavy element, the fuel we are using is the uranium, that is uranium-235, and the fission process is appeared in the nuclear reactor. The fission process appeared in the nuclear reactor. That is, the shape is nothing but the cylindrical shape. The processes happen. There is the fission and fusion taken place. That the hot metal, it will be goes into the heat exchanger. In this, the heat exchanger, the steam is produced. In the heat exchanger, the steam is produced. That is, the water is converted in the form of steam. That steam drives the steam turbine through valve position. Based upon the demand, we are controlling the demand. Suppose, for example, you can take, now the demand is only 280 megawatts. Now the demand is only 280 megawatts. What is the plant capacity? 500 megawatts. But maximum power generation in the particular plant is 480 megawatts. Now, the demand is only 280 megawatt, but the 480 megawatt, the power is generated. Remaining 200 megawatt in terms of losses. That is, it should be evaporated in the atmospheric air, not stored in the thermal power plant, not stored in the transmission line, not stored in the consumer premises. Once the power is generated, immediately we need to send to the consumer via transmission and distribution line. There is no other options are there. Suppose if we can store in the power plant, that is only in terms of volt, not in terms of kilowatt. Actually, in the power plant, they are generated in terms of kV, that is 3.3, 6.6 and 11. That much of the huge quantity of operating voltage we can't store in the power plant. That's why, based upon the demand, and one more advantage, suddenly the demand is increased, we can increase the power generation. We can increase the power generation in the nuclear power plant. That's why we can control the valve position. Based upon the demand, we are adjusting the valve. Due to that, we are improving the efficiency as well as we are saving the fuel. That fuel, it can be utilized for the future power generation. That fuel used for the future power generation, because day to day the fossil fuels are depleted. Available sources, it should be depleted in the year 2028 or 2030. Suppose we are saving this fuel, that we can save for the future, that is either 1 year or 2 year or 3 years, so on, etc. Here, the generated steam with high pressure and then temperature, that drives the steam turbine. Actually, here we are using for the impulse turbine. The turbine, the shaft position is horizontal. The turbine converts heat energy or steam energy into mechanical energy. The heat energy or steam energy converted to mechanical energy. Further, that mechanical energy converted into electric energy with the help of alternator. Now, the alternator is nothing but the AC generator. Based upon the distance or based upon the line length, we are boosting the voltage and send it to the consumer through transmission and then distribution. And the wastage steam in the turbine collected in the condenser, that the vapor or the steam, converted in the form of water, that we can circulate it into the fed water through heat exchanger. Heat exchanger. The water we are taken from the river, canal, or lake, so on. And the next one, the principle of operation of the nuclear reactor, or else the basic components of the nuclear reactor. You can see here, in this the nuclear power plant, the parameter is nothing but the nuclear reactor. That is the fuel utilization, the uranium. This the individual, the schematic diagram, the working principle, the operation we will see in this circuit diagram. That is the principle of operation of the nuclear reactor or basic components of the nuclear reactor. Actually, in this nuclear reactor, the nuclear fuel, that is nothing but the uranium, the fission process is taken place. For heating the coolant, result, the steam is produced. Actually, this is nothing but the nuclear reactor. And this one is nothing but the moderator, and here we are using for the fuel. This is nothing but the fuel we are using for fuel. Here we are using the fuel is nothing but the uranium, and the complete this is represent for the reactor, nuclear reactor, and pressure vessel. This is nothing but the control panel. Here the primary thing in the nuclear reactor we are using is the fuel. Generally in the nuclear power plant, the fuel using is uranium, thorium, and then plutonium. Maximum they are preferred for the uranium-235. Uranium-235. And this is nothing but the reactor core. This structure is nothing but the reactor core. Inside the reactor core, we are using for fuel, uranium, as well as for the moderator. Generally, the reactor core is constructed with the help of the graphite bricks. The material they are used is nothing but the graphite bricks. And the thickness it should be 2 to 3 meters. That is the concrete, the thickness it should be 2 to 3 meters. And the shape of the reactor core is cylindrical shape with large pressure vessel. And whenever the fuel is utilized, it releases for the fast neutron. Actually, here the fuel cost is very, very more, and the power generation is also maximum. We are using little bit of fuel, we can generate the maximum amount of power. Here, for slow neutron purpose, they are using for the moderator. The moderator, the material used is graphite material. The material they are used is nothing but the graphite material, which observes the fission process and releases for the slow neutron. Due to that, the efficiency it should be improved, and the fuel can be saved from 20 to 25%. Fuel can be saved for 20 to 25%. And here the main material they are used in the moderator is ordinary water, that is nothing but the H2O, heavy water, beryllium, another one is for the graphite. But maximum, all the nuclear power plants they are preferred for the graphite material. This is used for the moderator purpose, that is observes the fast neutron and releases for the slow neutrons. And the complete, this is represent for the shielding, the covering. This is nothing but the shielding. That is the purpose of the shielding is, if there's any amount of the fission process is released outside of the reactor core, it releases for the radiation hazard. That is nothing but the alpha rays, beta, and gamma rays. But beta rays and then gamma rays, it is affected for the injuries is maximum for the human being. So avoid, that is to observe the gamma particle. They are used for the shielding. Again, that is the pushback into the reactor core. And the control rod. This is nothing but the control rod, the major function. Based upon the control rod only, the nuclear power plant is operated. Whenever the push downward, the control rod, the material they are used is nothing but the cadmium or boron. The material they are used is nothing but the cadmium or boron. The material they are used is cadmium or boron. Whenever the control rod push downward, observe some of the neutrons, that is the close to each other. The control rod and then fission process is close to each other. Observe some neutrons and available for the chain reaction, the process it will be releases for the slow neutron. Whenever it will be pull outward, more number of neutrons are released, the fast fission processes appear. Due to this, the control rod, the fission and fusion process only we are generating for the power. Now here, whenever the demand is less, the control rod it will be pushed towards the reactor core, pushed towards the fission. It is observed for the fission. Small amount of the neutrons are released. The power generation is also minimum. Whenever the demand is there, it pushes outward. That is the pull outward. More number of fission processes released. The power generation is also maximum. Here the steam is flowing into the heat exchanger. In this the coolant rod. Here the cold water. This is not for the 0 degree centigrade. Some amount either it could be 40 or 50, 70 degree centigrade. Again, in this the process, the water it should be converted in the form of steam. Here the two chamber is there. This is nothing but the water chamber. This is separate. The steam chamber is there. In this the steam chamber, without the moisture, that is nothing but the dry. Directly the steam drives the steam turbine, which converts the steam energy into mechanical energy. Again, due to this, the water, again the coolant circulating pump. The moment of the temperature is minimized. Again, the fed back into the reactor core. The same process is completely going on. This is for the closed loop operation. But the working principle is similar to the thermal power plant. Instead of boiler, here we are using for nuclear reactor and then heat exchanger. And one more, the main advantage is here the fuel requirement is very, very less, as well as the water requirement is also very, very less. Now you can see here, this is nothing but the moderator. Initially, whenever the fuel is processed, whenever it should be bombarded, the fission, the slow neutron is released. And the uranium-235, again the fast neutrons are produced. If the fast neutrons is produced, means the power generation is maximum above the actual demand. Here in the nuclear power plant, the fuel cost is maximum. The fuel cost is very, very high. For that purpose, we are using for the graphite material, that is the moderator, to observe the particle and releases for the slow neutron. Now you can observe here, this is nothing but the nuclear reactor. This is, they are used for moderator, the material they are used for the graphite material, and the fuel used is nothing but the uranium-235. Whenever the fission process is there, the fast neutrons are released. It's observed for the moderator, again releases for the slow neutrons. And the reflector, if any of the alpha, beta or gamma rays is released, that the observed in this the particle. Now you can see here it should be released for the, in this the fission process, the alpha, beta and gamma rays is released, means that it will be reflected back into the reactor core. This the completely operation based upon the control rod. We can complete throughout the nuclear power plant. The power generation can be controlled based upon the control rod. Whenever the control rod is pushed towards the graphite material, that is towards the reactor core, the fission is observed. Only few fission process released, the power generation is minimum. Whenever it will be pulled outward, more number of fissions are releases, the power generation is also maximum. Here, the major thing is based upon the demand, we can control the only control rods, that is the pull and then push. Whenever the control rod is pulled towards the core, the reactor core, The fission is observed. Only the few processes released. The power generation is minimum. Whenever the demand is there, it should be pulled outward. The more number of fissions are released, the power generation is maximum. The power generation is maximum. Now you can see in this diagram, this is the reflector, means in this the nuclear power plant releases for the three rays. One is nothing but the alpha rays, beta rays, another one is for the gamma rays. That is the alpha rays, that is nothing but the internal radiation hazard. Due to that, the problem is very, very less. It is not affected for the human being. It is not affected for the, but due to the beta and then gamma rays affected for the all human beings. That if any is released means that reflected into the reactor core, and the shielding also the covered for the complete throughout the whole part. And here the material they are used is, in the moderator the material they are used is nothing but the graphite material, and the reactor core, in this the reactor core the material they are used for same again the graphite bricks. The material they are used is graphite material, and control rod, the material they are used is cadmium or boron. Cadmium or boron. Here, generally in the nuclear reactor, the fuel they are preferred for the uranium. Whenever it is bombarded, the fission process appears. That is, it releases for the fast neutron. Actually, the fuel cost is more. To save the fuel we are using for the moderator, that is the graphite material, it should be placed in between the fission process. It absorbs the fast neutron and releases for the slow neutron. Due to that, the power generation, that is the power generation is maximum, and save for the fuel. That fuel we can utilize for the future power generation. And this is the reflector. If any radiation is released, that is the alpha rays or beta rays, gamma rays, that is reflected into the reactor core. The reactor core, the thickness is 2 to 3 meters. The material they are used for the graphite bricks, and the so many safety precautions it should be taken in the nuclear reactor. Once the nuclear power plant is accident happen, means the surrounding 30 to 40 kilometers are affected, and the huge losses is appear. The huge losses is taken place. And the control rod, the material they are used for cadmium and then boron, based upon the demand. Whenever it will be pulled towards the fuel, the observe the fission, small amount of the neutrons are released. Whenever it will be pulled outward, n number of neutrons are released, n number of fission processes are released. That is the maximum amount of the power is generated. That is the steam is flowing inside the pipeline. Due to that water, the steam is generated. That is the separate chamber. That steam drives the steam turbine, convert the steam energy into mechanical energy. And the next one, that is radiation hazards. Due to the radiation hazards, everyone are affected. It is caused for the harmful rays released from the nuclear power plant. It releases for the three rays. One is nothing but the alpha rays, beta rays, another one is nothing but the gamma rays. Okay. Based upon the alpha, beta, gamma rays, it is classified for two types. One is nothing but the internal hazards, another one is for the external hazards. And the internal hazards, that is radioactive material inhaled in the plant itself. That is in that the nuclear reactor itself, that is not affected for the human being, that is not affected for the surrounding. But due to the external hazards, that is nothing but the beta and then gamma rays, and releases for the small neutron, Due to the gamma ray, there is nothing but the most dangerous radiation, and due to that, they affected for the leukemia, lung, liver, skeletal, and other cancers are affected due to that gamma rays, and injurious for the skin also, and skin diseases also taken place. Due to the beta radiation, and small amount of neutrons are there. Due to that, the inspiration problem and DNA problem are arises. These are the major drawbacks. And Generally, the nuclear power plant, due to the fission process, the nuclear reactor releases for three radiation. One is nothing but the alpha rays, beta rays, another one is for the gamma rays. In this, the alpha rays, the effect is less. That is internal hazards inside the nuclear reactor. But the gamma and beta rays affected for the human being, cancer, skin effect, so on, etc.